Welcome, and thank you for joining me today to review the life cycle of an insurance claim. First, as outlined in this process graphic, we will briefly review the life cycle of an insurance claim in 8 steps. Please reference Herzing University's Realize It course content for insurance claims, processing, and adjudication, Unit 5, for a reference to the information presented in the slide. Step 1 involves pre-registering the patient, and this happens when the patient calls to schedule their appointment. Here's where we're going to gather some personal information about the patient. In step 2, we will establish financial responsibility. This is where we'll find out who will be paying for the patient's medical services. If the patient has insurance, what does the insurance company cover, and what will the patient be responsible for on their own? During step 3, while checking the patient in, we will determine if the patient is new or established. In other words, are they a returning patient? Have they seen this doctor before? At the end of the patient's appointment, we will check the patient out using the checkout form. This is the form that will eventually be used to bill the insurance company. Step 4 is the super bill, which is also known as the encounter form. It is used to document the services the patient received during their visit. Step 5 involves preparing and transmitting the claim. As a medical assistant, you will need to carefully review the claim for accuracy to ensure reimbursement from the insurance company. Step 6 is the process of adjudicating the claim. This is where the insurance company reviews the claim to determine whether or not they will pay for the services rendered. After the physician's office learns how much the insurance company will reimburse for the patient's services, they can move to step 7 and generate a patient statement. Step 8 happens when the patient pays their statement balance. If the patient does not pay their statement balance in a timely manner, the physician's office may use a collection agency to attempt to collect the statement balance. So that's an overview of the 8 steps of the life cycle of an insurance claim. And in the following slides, we will dig a little deeper into some of the steps. Step 1 is patient pre-registration. The process of pre-registration begins immediately when a patient calls to schedule an appointment. At this time, the medical assistant will collect information that will establish the patient's financial responsibility. Collecting the right information is essential. Employer and insurance information should be collected. According to Sarah Heath in 2017, in an article she wrote about patient pre-registration tips for a quality consumer experience, she states, by collecting patient intake materials ahead of the appointment, pre-registration helps organizations create a higher quality consumer experience and increase patient satisfaction. Step 2 establishes patient responsibility. In this step, the insurance provider will need to be contacted to verify insurance status. In a YouTube video published by Sheila Harris in 2017, she states the purpose of the contact will be to determine both patient responsibility and insurance coverage. Step 3 is checking the patient in and then checking the patient out at the end of their appointment. According to Herzing University's course content for insurance claims, processing, and adjudication, while checking the patient in, you will find out if the patient is new or returning. A returning patient is considered an established patient. If a patient has not seen their doctor for 3 years or more, they are no longer an established patient. Concluding the patient's appointment with the physician, a patient checkout form will be completed. This form is used to bill the insurance company and will list the patient's diagnosis and procedure. The University of North Texas Health Science Center states this is also the time to collect patient payments due, schedule appointments, and answer any last questions a patient might have. Step 4 is the super bill. The super bill is also known as the encounter form. This is where the physician will document the patient's diagnosis and procedures. Every diagnosis, procedure, and patient supply has a corresponding medical code. The super bill will note the various aspects of the patient's diagnosis and care, and per Herzing University's course content for insurance claims, processing, and adjudication, be completed with a physician's signature. In step 5, we will prepare and transmit the claim. Accurate documentation is critical to ensuring reimbursement for the services rendered. The smallest mistake can cause the insurance company to deny the claim, thereby delaying patient treatment. As per the Medical Billing and Coding Certification website, HIPAA Title II requires all healthcare facilities to submit claims electronically using the approved format. During step 6, you will monitor payer adjudication. Adjudication is the process of reviewing the submitted claim. Once the insurance company receives the claim, they will review all of the documentation submitted to determine if they will pay out or deny the claim. If they deny the claim, they will provide you with a reason. According to MB Guides, there are rules depending on the insurance company, such as Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance companies. Herzing University's course content for insurance claims processing and adjudication states, once a patient is seen, a doctor's office has 1 year from the date of service to submit a claim to the insurance company for reimbursement. After the insurance company determines the amount of money they will pay out for the services rendered, the physician's office can proceed to step 7 of the cycle. In step 7, the physician's office will generate a patient statement. Step 8. Once the patient receives the bill for services rendered, they will have 30 days to submit payment. After 30 days, the bill may be considered past due. The physician's office may use a collection agency to collect any payment due. Thank you for your time today. This training was an overview of the life cycle of an insurance claim. I hope you will find this training useful as you enter your career in the medical field. Please feel free to check out the following references for more information on the life cycle of an insurance claim.